Ever wondered if you can enjoy delicious foods while avoiding carbs and sugar? The good news is, you absolutely can. Dive into the world of foods that offer rich flavors and satisfying textures without a trace of carbs or sugar. Discover how these options fit perfectly into a low-carb, sugar-free lifestyle, while delivering on taste and nutrition. First, we have beef. Beef is a popular protein source that stands out for its lack of carbohydrates and sugars. This characteristic makes it a go-to option for people following low-carb or ketogenic diets. The absence of carbs and sugar in beef is primarily due to its composition. Beef is essentially muscle tissue from cattle, and its macronutrient profile is dominated by proteins and fats rather than carbohydrates. The muscle tissue in beef consists mainly of proteins, which are complex molecules made up of amino acids. Amino acids do not contribute to carbohydrate content. The breakdown of muscle tissue does not produce sugar or starch, which are typical sources of carbohydrates in many foods. Therefore, beef naturally lacks these macronutrients. In addition to proteins, beef contains fats, which are another significant component of its nutritional profile. These fats, including saturated and unsaturated fats, do not convert into carbohydrates or sugars. Instead, fats are used by the body for energy and various functions, but they do not contribute to the carbohydrate content of the food. Beef's lack of carbohydrates and sugar also stems from the fact that it does not contain any plant-based elements. Carbohydrates and sugars are primarily found in plant-based foods, such as grains, fruits, and vegetables. Since beef is an animal product, it does not contain these plant-derived macronutrients. Moreover, the processing of beef does not introduce carbs or sugars. Fresh, unprocessed beef remains free from carbohydrates and sugars, although this can change if the meat is prepared or cooked with added ingredients that contain these nutrients. For instance, sauces or marinades might introduce carbs or sugars, but the meat itself remains devoid of them. The absence of carbohydrates and sugar in beef makes it a versatile food for those managing blood sugar levels or following specific dietary plans. It can be enjoyed in various forms, from steaks to ground beef, without impacting carbohydrate intake. This property aligns well with dietary approaches focused on reducing carb consumption for weight management or metabolic health. Next, we have eggs. Eggs are a popular and nutritious food that stands out for its complete lack of carbohydrates and sugars. This makes them an excellent choice for those following low-carb, ketogenic, or sugar-free diets. The absence of carbs and sugar in eggs is directly linked to their composition, which is primarily made up of proteins and fats. Eggs are composed mainly of protein in the egg white and fats in the yolk. The proteins in eggs are made up of amino acids, which do not contribute to carbohydrate or sugar content. This is because amino acids, the building blocks of protein, are not involved in carbohydrate metabolism. Therefore, the protein in eggs does not add any carbs or sugars to the food. The yolk of the egg contains fats, including both saturated and unsaturated fats. These fats are essential for various bodily functions, but do not convert into carbohydrates or sugars. Fats provide energy and support cell structure, but do not contribute to the carbohydrate content of the egg. Additionally, eggs do not contain any plant-based ingredients. Carbohydrates and sugars are primarily found in plant-based foods like grains, fruits, and vegetables. Since eggs are an animal product, they do not contain these plant-derived macronutrients, which explains their lack of carbs and sugars. The cooking and preparation of eggs do not alter their fundamental macronutrient composition. Whether eggs are boiled, scrambled, or fried, they retain their low-carb and no-sugar profile. However, if eggs are prepared with added ingredients like sugar or carbohydrate-rich sauces, those added components can introduce carbs and sugars, but the eggs themselves remain free of them. The absence of carbohydrates and sugars makes eggs a versatile food suitable for a wide range of dietary plans. They can be enjoyed in many forms without affecting carbohydrate or sugar intake, This makes eggs particularly beneficial for individuals managing their blood sugar levels or adhering to specific dietary restrictions. Next, we have olive oil. Olive oil is renowned for its health benefits and its zero carb and sugar content. This makes it an excellent choice for anyone looking to maintain a low-carb or sugar-free diet. The absence of carbohydrates and sugars in olive oil is a result of its unique composition and extraction process. Olive oil is primarily composed of fats, including monounsaturated fats and a smaller amount of polyunsaturated fats and saturated fats. These fats do not contain carbohydrates or sugars. In fact, fats are a distinct macronutrient class that does not convert into carbohydrates or sugars in the body. Instead, fats are used for energy and various physiological functions. The extraction process of olive oil involves pressing olives to obtain the oil. This process extracts the oil while leaving behind the carbohydrate-rich components of the fruit. As a result, the oil itself contains only fats and lacks any carbohydrates or sugars that might have been present in the whole olive. Additionally, olive oil is free from plant-based carbohydrates because it is a fat-based product. While olives, the source of olive oil, do contain small amounts of carbohydrates and sugars, these are not present in the final oil. The refining process ensures that only the fat remains, devoid of any carbs or sugars. Olive oil's lack of carbs and sugars makes it a versatile ingredient in cooking and dressings. It can be used to enhance flavor without adding any carbs or sugars to your meals. This property makes olive oil a popular choice in various dietary plans, especially those focused on reducing carbohydrate and sugar intake. The health benefits of olive oil are well documented, including its role in supporting heart health and reducing inflammation. These benefits are attributed to its high content of monounsaturated fats and antioxidants, which are not related to carbohydrates or sugars. Moreover, olive oil retains its zero carb and zero sugar status, regardless of how it is used in cooking. Whether it is drizzled over salads, used in sautéing, or incorporated into recipes, olive oil maintains its pure fat composition and does not introduce carbs or sugars into your diet. Next, we have salmon. Salmon is celebrated for its rich flavor and nutritional benefits, including its complete lack of carbohydrates and sugars. This makes it a prime choice for those following low-carb, ketogenic, or sugar-free diets. The absence of carbs and sugar in salmon is attributed to its biological composition and its role in the diet. Salmon is primarily composed of proteins and fats. The protein in salmon, made up of amino acids, does not contribute to the carbohydrate or sugar content. Amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein, are not involved in the production of carbs or sugars. Thus, the protein in salmon contributes to its zero carb, zero sugar profile. The fats found in salmon include healthy omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for various bodily functions, but do not convert into carbohydrates or sugars. These fats are beneficial for heart health and inflammation, but do not influence the carb or sugar content of the food. Salmon's fat content mainly consists of unsaturated fats, which are different from carbohydrates and sugars in terms of their metabolic role. Salmon is also devoid of plant-based components. Carbohydrates and sugars are typically found in plant-based foods such as grains, fruits, and vegetables. As salmon is an animal product, it does not contain these plant-derived macronutrients, explaining its lack of carbs and sugars. Additionally, the natural state of salmon does not include any carbohydrates or sugars. Whether it is fresh, frozen, or smoked, salmon maintains its nutritional profile, remaining free from carbs and sugars. Any preparation or cooking methods, such as grilling or baking, do not alter the fundamental macronutrient composition of the fish. The absence of carbs and sugars makes salmon a versatile food that can be incorporated into a wide range of dietary plans without impacting carbohydrate or sugar intake. This is particularly beneficial for individuals managing their blood sugar levels or those adhering to specific dietary restrictions. Salmon is not only carb-free and sugar-free, but also rich in essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, high-quality protein, and various vitamins and minerals. These nutrients contribute to overall health, making salmon a nutrient-dense choice, while maintaining its zero-carb and zero-sugar status. Last we have turkey. Turkey is a nutritious and versatile food, known for its absence of carbohydrates and sugars. This makes it a popular choice for individuals on low-carb, ketogenic, or sugar-free diets. The absence of carbs and sugars in turkey is a result of its unique nutritional composition and biological properties. Turkey is primarily composed of proteins and fats. The protein found in turkey consists of amino acids, which are not converted into carbohydrates or sugars. Amino acids, being the building blocks of protein, play no role in carbohydrate metabolism. Consequently, the protein in turkey contributes to its carb-free and sugar-free profile. The fat content in turkey also contributes to its lack of carbs and sugars. Turkey contains a mix of healthy fats, including both saturated and unsaturated fats. These fats provide energy and support bodily functions, but do not convert into carbohydrates or sugars. Thus, the fats in turkey do not affect its carbohydrate or sugar content. Turkey, as an animal product, does not contain plant-based carbohydrates or sugars. Carbohydrates and sugars are typically found in plant-based foods such as grains, fruits, and vegetables. Since turkey is derived from animal tissue, it lacks these plant-derived macronutrients, which explains why it is free from carbs and sugars. The process of preparing and cooking turkey also maintains its fundamental nutritional profile. Whether turkey is roasted, grilled, or baked, it remains free from carbohydrates and sugars. Any added ingredients or sauces might introduce carbs or sugars, but the turkey itself retains its natural zero-carb, zero-sugar status. The absence of carbs and sugars in turkey makes it a versatile ingredient that fits well into various dietary plans. It can be used in numerous recipes without impacting overall carbohydrate or sugar intake, making it especially suitable for those managing blood sugar levels or adhering to specific dietary guidelines. Moreover, turkey is not only free from carbs and sugars, but also rich in essential nutrients like high-quality protein, vitamins B6 and B12, and minerals such as zinc and selenium. These nutrients contribute to overall health and well-being, further enhancing turkey's appeal as a nutrient-dense food.